Sustained.
Once again, for the record, you were having an affair with my client?
Yes.
That was very upsetting for you. Here you are.
Mom! You were having an affair with him?
Your Honor!
Order! You sit down or I'll hold you in contempt. I'm not a strong woman.
Is it true that you yourself are quite an impressive axe thrower? Yes?
Yeah.
And you have access to many different types of axes. Professional axes, practice axes, axes for slicing meat, 4-inch axes, 6-inch, all of them.
The 6-inch is my favorite, but yes.
Your Honor, I object with leading the witness.
I'm not leading the witness, Your Honor. I'm just merely asking a simple question.
Counselor, you're suggesting sizes.
So it would be safe to assume that under these circumstances, you would have an access to an axe and to the mucus of my client here, since you were involved
Your Honor.
romantically with him.
I suppose that's true, but I wouldn't. Why would you?
Well,
yes.
You were tired of your husband not being around, yes? He was an absentee husband.
Yes. Yeah, he used to go out late at night, and when my daughter was younger, he wouldn't come home to read bedtime stories, so I read Good Night Moon, Good Night Room, Good Night Daddy, who's not home.
Your Honor, the prosecution will concede to the remainder of that story.
And how did that make you feel, personally?
I didn't feel very attractive. I felt alone.
So alone that you went and found refuge in other, well, in this case, my client here.
And Dr. Keith.
A man who... So multiple dentists. And how large is Dr. Teeth's accent?
Your Honor!
The point is, Your Honor, people of the jury, that within the axe and dentist community, fluids and axes are exchanged quite easily from one person to the next. And you did not actually see a crime committed yourself, did you?
No.
No further questions.
Redirect, Your Honor.
Sustained.
Mrs. Lebowski, did you love your husband?
Yes, I did.
Please tell the jury, all 112 of them, how the two of you met.
I was at a hot dog stand against my father's wishes, but my mother was fine with it because she was Catholic. We both reached for the mustard at the same time, and then he just looked up at me and I saw those white teeth. I've never seen teeth that white before. They were just so beautiful.
How soon after that were you married?
Well, in New York State, as you know, you only have to give 24 hours notice, so we waited the 24 hours.
Without referencing anything explicit, I'm going to mention 3 sizes. Kindly pick the one that is appropriate. 4, 9, 12. look that jury right in the eyes and tell them, would you ever hurt your husband?
No, I would never hurt my husband.
I have a whole box of tissues.
Bless
The
you.
office of the district attorney.
Eugene. Sorry.
Ah, still. Tate.
Yes.
You may think that you have the case in the bag, but you don't. The defense is destroying your case. They're showing an alternative theory that is quite compelling, if I may say so myself.
We completely rehabilitated the witness. The jury was eating out of her hand.
You asked about a size.
It's an important matter.
You gotta find something else to tie Wilson to the crime. Right now, all you have is that his mucus is on the axe. The dentist that I go to has an axe with mucus on it.
We need a witness. We need somebody who saw Wilson at the scene.
Everyone was at the park. How can we not find someone that saw concrete evidence that the murder took place and who did it?
Franklin, I'm running for DA.
How surprising and gorilla-like.
Sir, you have a little something right now.
Oh, that's nothing.
Look, Franklin, I wasn't going to mention anything, but let's face it, you're washed up.
I'm no more washed up than teeth after a teeth cleaning at the dentist, all right? You think you have the public's love because you've destroyed the drug people. Well, you don't, all right?
This city has been suffering under the iron claw of the drug people for too long.
And I know you're the one that brought down the head drug person.
Where you failed.
That's right. But you have to remember that you work for me. And everything you do is my accomplishment. Everything you fail at is your failure.
And just how did you win that election, Franklin?
It was... You know, you gotta know people, Steele. Sometimes it's not about what the people want. Sometimes it's about what the people need.
And sometimes it's about what the people deserve. And the people of New York City deserve someone in charge of their legal protection who cares about their rights. We live in a divisive world, Franklin. We don't need any more tribalism brought on by cronyism at the top.
We are tribes people. Ever since we came out of the womb of Earth, we've been tribes people. This is nature, my friend. You gotta just stick to the right tribe.
You're on the wrong tribe. You're on the wrong side.
All I know is that you have a case that you're losing.
He's right. We need to figure out how the murder victim got a hold of that hatchet.
Central Park. Assistant District Attorneys interviewing a vagrant. Dun dun.
That's a nice shopping cart there.
And that's a nice chair.
Jonathan, why don't you leave the man's shopping cart alone? Sir, do you mind?
Whoa.
We have a few questions.
I don't go by sir, okay? I go by the bro. His broiness maybe bros a lot, you know?
All right, bro. We know you hang out in the park a lot. In fact, you live here, don't you?
Yeah.
What about seeing dentists in the park? How often do you see dentists in the park?
Every time I'm on yellow snow. I saw a couple dentists the night you're talking about.
Could you identify those dentists if we showed a picture of one of them to you? Get that nasty picture out.
Oh. Oh, I'm sorry, that's my kid.
I recognize him. Oh! Yeah, I recognize him.
New York City Supreme Court, witness vagrant on the stand, continuing questioning.
Mr. Bro? We have projected on the overhead projector a photograph of the deceased. The deceased, Dr. Lebowski. You recognize this man?
Yes, I do.
Do you recognize that hatchet protruding from his chest?
Yeah, I do.
Do you remember who was last holding that hatchet?
That guy.
Your Honor, let the record reflect there's no one behind him.
And you saw him wielding or holding menacingly the hatchet in one of his hands. Did you notice any shimmering fluids on the hatchet?
You know, I noticed a lot of shimmering fluids around. On that hatchet? Yeah, I saw one.
Your Honor, I'd like to introduce evidence. This is a packet of yellow snow purchased from the defendant.
Objection, Your Honor. How do we know that this was purchased from my client?
This is our witness here, having had purchased
Thank you.
that yellow snow. It's empty. We'll have to buy some more.
Sir, wake up! Wake up!
Bro, this
Your Honor, I call for the court to excuse and dismiss this witness's testimony based on paraphernalia inhaled in court.
Your Honor, 1989 Fernie versus Yamovitz.
Your Honor,
I didn't cite my case yet.
You and I both know that's about white snow, not yellow snow. This is allowed.
thank you, Your Honor. Wait,
it is allowed.
Just allow the prosecution to say psych.
Your Honor, this is highly unorthodox and unethical.
Counselor, you will have your turn. Wait your turn.
Very well.
We have a very aggressive defense attorney. Bro, this package you purchased in the park from a person that you know well and you can identify right now.
Well, I wouldn't say purchase so much as I traded things out of my shopping cart for it.
Fair enough.
Including a hatchet that I had for purposes of a bro nature.
A hatchet. Your Honor, I'd like to ask for a recess to discuss some evidence that we were not privy to.
Okay, I call
Judge,
square.
I would like you to cross-examine this witness, please.
All right, we will first cross-examine the witness, and then we will take a short recess and reconjourn.
I'm going to leave this here.
Do you see my ring here?
Yes, hurry up. I want to play recess.
It's 24 karat gold. It's worth a lot of money. If I gave this to you, will you say that everything you just said is a lie?
Your Honor, that's bribing the witness.
Oh, well, he took drugs This court is all topsy-turvy.
Sir, he is under oath. You are aware of that, Mr. Bro?
When you supposedly saw this man in the park that night, were you on any substance at that time? I submit to the case medical records of this witness here. We've had blood drawn from him, and it shows that he has been perpetually high for the past year.
Your Honor, I object being high is a relative term.
On drugs.
Well, perhaps he was just mellow.
Your Honor, I call that this witness and testimony be stricken from the record.
Your Honor.
Your Honor.
Your Honor.
I need time to review these medical records and to get some testing of this yellow snow. We will reconvene tomorrow, 2 o'clock.
Sarah Lebowski, witness for the prosecution.
All right, I hope everyone had a good lunch. We are back. It's your witness.
Please continue. Where we left off before we had lunch. Which for me, by the way, was delicious.
I can barely eat. After I found out that he was sleeping with my mother.
Your Honor, at this point, I would like the court to grant permission for the witness to verbally confront the defense.